I don't know about you, but I am super excited because we are talking to the women who are behind the Foodie event of the year coming to you this Saturday and Sunday, November 11th and 12th. Let's check it out. And then we're going to dive deep into how this incredible event is coming together. There it is, the Foodie event of the year, and you can still get your tickets. We really want to tell you that this is unlike anything that has ever happened in the history of food. It is truly, truly unique.
This November in LA, join us for the Foodie event of the year. Eat, drink, explore on a journey for all the senses that answers the question, what if plants took over the world?
So there's still time to get your tickets. Star Simmons, you are the creator of this. Wow, I'm almost speechless. Tell me how it's coming together.
Well, I think it's coming together very nicely. Of course, there's 1,001 details that we're still working on. You all know Gia, my business partner. She is running it nonstop right now, making sure it's all together. We have our chefs already at the LA Cooking School prepping all the food for this extraordinary event that, as you said, has never been done. And we are so excited to take you around the world to discover different cultural foods, bringing all the cultures together, unified in one umbrella, so that we can have this beautiful experience and really learn about what this lifestyle is about.
How did you come up with this idea? I mean, this is very, very bold. You woke up one day and said, I'm going to rent out the Magic Box, which is one of the iconic locations here in Los Angeles, and I'm going to take people on a around the world tour where they get to sample 22 dishes from 7 continents?
Yes. Yes. And of course, we have some unique experiences in there, like the sweet experience where you're going to be able to dip marshmallows into melted chocolate. I think as a vegan, I think we all can say this, is that sometimes the events are limited for us. And from my perspective and for the entire vision of VKind, it's really to get other people that have not had this experience, maybe have dipped their toes a little bit into the lifestyle about the whole food, plant-based living. And the goal here is to really bring them in and have the discussion and show them how exciting this lifestyle is, and that we see the future and we're trying to bring them into it. So while they're eating these incredible foods, they're also having some visuals and things that they're learning along the way that are very exciting, but also at a time, Jane, right now, I think all we have to do is turn the news on and just see there's so much happening in the world. So I feel like now more than ever before, this event is needed. It's to show we have to come together. We have to make a change. And here's a way to do it. We're not telling you to do it overnight. We're saying, let's show you the journey. Come on your own. You're on your own journey. But if we can guide you a little bit, that's what we're here to do.
So there are so many things happening at this event. It's almost impossible to summarize it all. But one of the things that is truly extraordinary is Jamie Logan is starring in this brand new film called The Next Girl that will blow your mind. Warning, do not give away the ending. You're being warned right now. Everybody is sworn to silence about the ending because the whole world needs to see this film. I'm going to show you just a little teaser trailer, and then we're going to talk about how this is going to premiere at the event this Saturday and Sunday, November 11th and 12th. Get your tickets. Here we go.
Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on. Get up there, get up there.
Wow. Jamie Logan, first of all, what an acting job. I had no idea you were that kind of actress. I mean, you did an amazing job.
Thank you, Jane. I know I'm normally so goofy. It's not exactly the type of character I play usually.
But it's very, very intense, and you did a great job. You were very believable. I know we don't want to give it away, but wow, what was it like filming that? Because you had to get raw and vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Jane, for your kind words. And it was something, when I first saw the script, I was blown away by the writing and the story. And it was definitely a project that I wanted to be a part of. And I really had to prep for the role. So weeks leading up to the shoot, I worked with Justina Adorno, an amazing actress who really helped me to connect with some of my triggers and to help me reach the depths of that kind of emotion. And it was just an incredible experience shooting, you know, and working with VKind Studios. Everything from the food that was on set, it was 100% plant-based and so delicious, to the supportive team. I mean, you know, with this kind of film, you are letting yourself become very vulnerable. And I felt super safe and comfortable the whole time. And I'm just really excited for people to see this and to come along on the journey with us.
Well, you did an amazing job. Honestly, we're friends. I didn't know you had it in you, because you are normally very goofy and fun, and you know, you make people laugh. And this is a short film, but I have no words to describe it. It's so powerful. You have to get your tickets to this VKind experience, if only to see this. It's absolutely amazing. Shabnam, you are the spokesperson for VKind, which has done such amazing things. You starred in Peeled, which is another show that VKind produced, and you're coming in from Las Vegas to attend this event. What can you tell us about what we can expect? Because everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about, are you going to VKind? What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's like the event of the year.
It's the event of the year, and it's crazy if you're going to be missing this. And I think the thing that I really want to tap onto this, that Star was talking about in this day and age and what we're dealing with, VKind is putting on an immersive, collaborative, inclusive, diverse, engaging event. We want it to be family friendly. We want it to be for the non-vegans. We want it to be for the flexitarians, because we want to include you in on the beauty that is the plant-based lifestyle. And I think the exciting thing about this event is that it really isn't an element of cultural appropriation. It's a celebration of cultural awareness. And I think in a time where we are so fearful of maybe traveling to different places or getting on a plane or even experiencing different cultures, we're allowing people to do that in the backyard of Los Angeles at the Magic Box, which is an iconic location in LA, for them to experience what plant-based living is all about. So we're going to be exposing people to different types of culinary cuisine that they may not have ever tried before. They haven't tried these foods from China. They haven't tried these foods from the Philippines. And so we're really hoping to highlight these different cultures in ways that has never been done before. And what go on, Jane. Yes.
No, I'm listening to you, and I'm thinking about that's what the 11 global themed adventures are. So Star, I'm going to take it back to you. People have been debating, like, what is this? What's this immersive experience? Are we going to have headphones, or what's going to happen?
I think the difference in what we're doing and what you would consider like a Van Gogh, which is an immersive experience, of course, that focuses much more on just the sound and the sight, right? And of course, it brings the emotions in when you're in that room and you're seeing these incredible paintings. But with our experience, we take those elements in and we're adding the taste factor. So we are actually touching on all five senses. And the goal with that, again, is to, as Shabnam said, not everybody can travel around the world right now. We can't afford it. You know, it's a lot to do. So we're trying to just give you that little bit of a taste. So when you go from one experiential room to the next, to the next, you're actually stepping into that continent and bringing properties in that make it appear that way. I will give you one example. When you go into the polar room, you may or may not be walking into a room with a lot of ice. So it is very different. It is over the top, Jane, in the sense that I feel like veganism needs to hit that higher level. Again, we need to go out and bring other people into this lifestyle that is so important. And some of us, you know, I miss before I went vegan, I used to love going to wine tastings. I used to love going and having the different taste of food and having that experience. And I haven't been able to. There's nothing like that for us. We love the events that we have. But in my opinion, in order to bring us to that next level, we need to create different types of experiences on an entertainment perspective that's going to bring people in. And to the point of the film, it's an opportunity to say, here's a little bit of education along the way. And I think it's really important that, you know, as you're going through this experience, you're in a magical place. You showed the film trailer. It takes you to an emotional state, nothing graphic, of course, but it's an emotional film. So what did we think about as we were creating this experience? Okay, someone wants to watch this film. They have all these emotions. Well, are we going to throw them right back into an oceanic experience, which is magical, or are we going to create a room for them to just maybe go and reflect? So we call it the reflection room, where we'll have information there. We'll have a lot of people that may answer some questions, and you can just kind of sit and relax and go, all right, now I'm ready to continue on with my experience. And I think that's a very unique element that we also added, trying to bring all of it together.
And I understand that when this is successful, which it's going to be this weekend, then it's going to go around the country. I mean, Jamie Logan, would you like to see this in other parts? You're coming in from New York. I am here in LA, so I just have to get in my car and go downtown. Shabnam's coming from Las Vegas, but I think this would be a great thing to take around the country or even the world.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it would do so well here in New York. But when I went to the Magic Box in downtown LA, just the space that was there, I was thinking, I'm like, I don't know if you would be able to find that big of a space just on one block in the city. I mean, it's huge. So it would be incredible if we could do this around the world. And that's why we need to get our tickets, you guys. We need to show, you know, the team that there is a demand for this, that this is the event of the year. So yes, absolutely, Jane.
Okay, I'm going to go to my favorite part of this conversation, dessert, because I do love my desserts. And I understand there's going to be a chocolate fountain. Who wants to take this one on? I mean, there's going to be marshmallows, vegan, you know, everything's plant-based, but this is going to be an extravaganza like you've never seen. I mean, 22 dishes that you're going to get to sample. That's extraordinary. What can you tell us, Shabnam, about the food?
I mean, I think you just need to come hungry. Do not eat before you come. The exciting thing is VKind has put together an incredible chef team, incredible cooks to really curate a diverse, palatable experience for everybody that comes. And so whether your desire is ice cream or it's cake or it's a chocolate fountain or it's trying deep fried shrimp or if it's trying some type of Mongolian beef, you are going to get it here in its most curated plant-based form. And so I am so excited because I have also, FYI, been kept in the dark about the menu because why? I would probably brag about it to everyone. And the whole thing is this, people, if you want to see what we have to offer, you got to buy your tickets and come to the show. It is going to be incredible.
So Anthony wants to know, should we bring Tupperware in case we get too full to try everything?
We're going to roll you out full, Anthony.
That is too cute. This is a really important point to touch on, especially, you know, doing an event at this magnitude, not knowing what to expect in terms of how many people are going to show up. We know where we're at now. There's a lot of what we hear from other events that just occurred. You're going to sell so many tickets on site. So it's like, how do you prepare for the food for that? Well, we have decided to get to-go containers. So of course, our guests will be able to take their food with them. Everything is compostable, but aside from that, we are going to be contacting a feed and support and find out if we have any prepared food left at the end of the day on Sunday. Can they go ahead and make sure that it gets out to people so that we can feed them a great meal after? So we have taken all of those things into consideration in the preparation of this event.
I am exhausted as a person who really gets overwhelmed making coffee and toast at the same time. The idea of pulling this off, and Jamie Logan's laughing because she's seen my lack of skills in the kitchen. But I don't even know how this is being pulled off. This is so amazing. I mean, I'm really excited about going and trying it out. And I'm actually thinking now I have to bring a couple of people that just occurred to me. So get a group of tickets because we want to bring, if you're plant-based, bring people who aren't plant-based, right, Jamie?
Absolutely. We really do want to show people that you are not sacrificing anything. You're not sacrificing taste, texture, flavor when you go vegan. We have everything. You want hot dogs? We got it. You want sushi? We got it. You want burgers? We got it. And the best part is that you feel better. You're going to not be causing harm to animals, and it's better for the planet. So we got it all. Just go vegan.
And I'd love to touch on what you just said, Jamie, just because this has come up quite a bit. We've been asked what kind of food we're going to have, as Shabnam mentioned. She's been kind of kept in the dark. It's important to tell you that these are all chef created dishes. As an example, in the kids' room, which you guys don't get to try, Chef Jana, who has mastered the recipe for mac and cheese, I actually convinced her to share the recipe. So here's the really cool thing. When you leave the event and you're just like, oh my God, I have to make this dish again. What was in this dish? Or was there a brand? We have been very limited. I do want to tell you, very limited on the brands because we wanted to create much more on the whole food, plant-based, lifestyle on this particular event. But we have incorporated some incredible brands such as Conscious Food. If you guys haven't tried their crab yet, it is off the chart. And we might be doing something fun in the oceanic room with that. But when you leave, you get a secret QR code that will take you to the page that's going to give you all of the recipes. So if you really love something, you can actually go home and make it yourself. So I wanted to share that with you.
So Star, I want to clarify, people can show up at the event and they can get their tickets at the event. Explain that. And also, because Los Angeles is Los Angeles, explain the parking situation.
Here's the best part about the parking. I know everyone is worried about that. So we are in downtown LA, the Magic Box is, but it's right off the freeway. It's in the conference area, convention center area is where the event is. The event, actually, the venue has 1,100 parking spaces available. There's a parking lot on the venue and a parking lot across the venue. So if you're stressing about that and you don't want to have to deal with parking, that is right there and available for you.
Okay, well, that's good to know because parking is everything in Los Angeles. That's why you end up hanging out with people that you know in your neighborhood because parking. But let me ask you the bigger picture here. You know, there is a war against veganism right now. There's a culture war. And we saw with the advent of, for example, Beyond Meat going public, how all of a sudden plant-based just exploded on the world stage. And as somebody said at the Vegan Women's Summit, when things go up, they rarely, if ever, go straight up. It's usually the trajectory is up, but there's always going to be some retrenchment. That's how it works. Because let's face it, there were industries that were threatened by that actually declared war on plant-based meats and started just putting out all over the internet misinformation. It's retrenched a little bit. I definitely think it's just ready for the next leg of its journey upward. But do you think an event like this, Shabnam, is a way to sort of, reframe the debate? They say whoever frames the debate wins the debate.
I mean, absolutely. I think what we're seeing in society is that the way we start to shift change is by capitalizing capitalization. That's our culture. You see Burger King doing it. You see Taco Bell doing it. They're all entering the market of the plant-based sphere because they're trying to financially capitalize on veganism, which honestly is not problematic because we want to see more people choosing plant-based foods. And when we see a greater demand for plant-based foods, we see hopefully lesser of a supply of animal-based foods. And so what I think VKind is doing, though, is they're really kind of positioning themselves to be a curator of these very high-end experiences that are made for the average everyday person. You don't have to be a celebrity to come and experience the celebrity-like event. And I think when people come and they experience food for what it is, the community, the sights, the sounds, the flavors, the feeling of what food brings, camaraderie, joy, collaboration. That's exactly what the VKind experience is going to do. And it's going to show people what you can really do with food in your own kitchen. And I think that is the barrier that often so many people see. Well, I can get this great dish at this amazing curated event, but I can't do that when I'm at home. But this is what we're trying to say, as our founder of VKind is saying, that we are trying to make this so accessible to you that we are actually going to be giving you the recipes on how to curate this at home for yourself, because we really want to invite you over to the greener side. And I think that this event is going to be unlike any other, that allows people to feel welcomed by a community that they don't feel like they're understood by. And here's the thing, most of us that were vegan now were not vegan before. And so I'm here to tell you that we're never the group to judge. We are just the group that is dying to include you into what is basically the coolest group in the world.
It sure is. We don't want to be an exclusive club. We want everybody to be plant-based so we can reverse climate change, stop habitat destruction, wildlife extinction, human world hunger, preventable lifestyle diseases like heart disease, cancer, obesity. There's so many things that would change. Recently, the New York Times just published a study that said that plant-based people have a 75% lower greenhouse gas emissions footprint than people who eat a lot of meat. Right there, we could solve the climate crisis. If you're just joining us, let's just show you once again the trailer for this upcoming event. You need to get your tickets right now. It is the event of the year.
This November in LA, join us for the Foodie event of the year. Eat, drink, explore on a journey for all the senses that answers the question, what if plants took over the world?
Wow, that food looks so delicious, Star. Tell us some of the chefs who are involved in preparing this.
Well, of course, we have a chef, Chris Tucker, if you remember him, the awesome chef for Peeled. He's just doing an extraordinary job overseeing all of the chefs and the culinary team. We've brought in Gerard, who runs the Los Angeles Cooking School, who's been phenomenal. As I'd mentioned, we brought in a bunch of chefs, some vegan, some non-vegan, so that we can also teach along the way. They're currently there prepping. And then, of course, Chef Jana, which you may remember her from the show. She is also a phenomenal chef. And we cannot forget our dear Chef Babette, who is curating the entire menu for the Raw Room. So one of the really cool experiences that we've brought in this time, recognizing again the different lifestyles, bringing in the health side, paying attention to, everyone's allergies. We've been asked, do all of the products have nuts in them? No, actually very few do. And every single food product throughout the event that you'll be trying will be labeled with the ingredients and the allergens. So we've taken all of those things into consideration and have brought in all of the different flavors from all around the world, acknowledging the different lifestyles. So Chef Babette is currently putting this beautiful menu together for that Raw Room, where they've actually put a disco ball in there, and I can't say anymore.
Oh my God, this is so fun. I'll be talking about this all year long. Anybody who's not there, you're out of it, because this is the place to be. Now, I have to say that I'm very touched and honored to be, Unchained TV is one of 4 beneficiaries because there are tickets that are being sold. So when you buy that ticket, you're also helping nonprofit organizations. Some people might not be aware that Unchained TV is a 501c3 nonprofit based here in California, and we have a streaming network. Jamie Logan has a whole bunch of shows on the streaming network, and Peeled, which Shabnam Islam starred in, is also on. So there's a lot of synergy there. Tell us why, beyond just the food and a fabulous time, people should get tickets, Jamie, to support also the work of these nonprofits. Take it away.
Absolutely. Yes. Not only is your ticket supporting the event and making it possible for us to do more of these type of events around the country, but it's also supporting nonprofits like Unchained TV. Unchained TV gives the vegan voice a platform to be heard. And Unchained TV is the only news media outlet covering stories such as the Sonoma trials, where you have activists like Wayne Chung that are put into prison for rescuing animals. And you can find all of that on Unchained TV. And not only that, but the Next Girl film will be on Unchained TV probably a few weeks after we premiere it. But it's just an amazing resource, and we're very excited to have this event, to have everybody there. It's totally inclusive. Bring your friends, bring your non-vegan friends, and yeah, definitely download Unchained TV. Jane, was that you, Jane, like putting that there so I would say that? There you go.
Yeah.
You can get it on your phone, your TV. You get it. I love it on my phone. Yeah, you can see Jamie's Corner on there, and the Next Girl will be on there very shortly. So definitely.
Yeah, and as Tom points out, mainstream media doesn't cover vegan events. Now, Shabnam, you and I were both just at the Las Vegas Veg Fest. 0 mainstream news media coverage. I was just at, yeah, I mean, it's true. It's sad, but
True.
it's true. And that's one of the reasons why we do what we do at Unchained TV. And even that trial, that it's a monumental, important trial. And yes, there was some coverage of the verdict, but there wasn't. Unchained TV was often the only one covering that trial. It went on for 8 weeks. So there's also an effort to help Star. There's an effort to help a food bank here in Los Angeles. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Vegans of LA. I'm sure you've heard about them. Gwyneth is an extraordinary woman who has done so much in the community. I mean, when I heard her story, I just cried, because we all have a story. We all have something that's really moved us. And her story really moved me. So I was just excited to say, you know what, please come on it as one of the charities. We wanted to make sure that in picking the charities to work with is that we were covering all bases. So we covered the environmental with One Tree Planted. You know, Unchained TV is media. It's getting the information out there. You're the one out there doing the hard work, creating the content. Vegans of LA is all about feeding the homeless, feeding people that need a hot food. They're doing something really awesome for the holidays. So we're excited to do that. We're talking about taking some of that extra chocolate that we have left over and creating cool little like gift bags for the kids for the holidays that she can pass out. And then, of course, you know, something very dear to my heart is Sapphire Sanctuary, who rescues abused horses, who helped me bring in Holly, you know, a few years ago, saved her from going onto a slaughter truck. So Esta's just a wonderful person. So again, bringing in all 4 charities and saying, let's come in as a community. Your ticket is going to create an awesome time for you. And yes, you're going to eat till you're so content, but also giving back to the community, which at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, don't eat before you show up. Skip breakfast. We've got a question here from Anthony Shale. Can people just wander from room to room on their own, or is it a guided tour?
You can absolutely wander from room to room on your own. We do anticipate, again, about an hour and a half to get through it, but please be mindful that we have never done this before, so we're not sure how long it's going to take. Some people might just want to stay in one room and just be in awe of all the things that are happening in there. But after the experience, this is the most awesome part, is that you get to go into the networking tent, which is outside. So after you've had this immersive experience, Then you get to go outside. And as Jane actually gave me this little clue, so I'm using it now, you become the star, where you go into this networking tent and we have lifestyle shopping. So one thing about VKind that we didn't really touch on is that we are about building the veg economy. Veg economy is built on removing animals from the supply chain, and it's built on a plant-powered economy. So because World Vegan Month is November, we've decided we are making November the Veg Economy Month. Our new app is out. Tomorrow, the 3D map will go live on our VKind app. We ask you to download it. We have taken certain restaurants in LA. They're colored purple. What does that mean? They mean they're the VKX preferred restaurant. They're ones that have supported us. They're getting the word out. So we've invited 2 of their team members from each restaurant to come be a part of this. And we ask you, when you're here visiting, you're coming in out of town, please support a vegan-only brand and establishment. They need your help more than ever before. We have to get out there and support these brands.
And so I'm learning as we do this interview. So if I get somebody, let's say my sister, she's not vegan, but she's on the journey, let's put it that way. And I can bring her, I can get her a ticket at the door.
You absolutely can. We have set up based on, again, our wonderful partners that we've heard from that have done events, and they're like, so many people show up the day of. And I do want to mention this, Jane, because I know you're talking about not getting media coverage. Our PR team has lined up all the local Los Angeles news stations to come out through the day of Friday, and a few of them will be doing live feeds. And we are pitching this. This is a plant-based event. It's different, so they're interested. We want to wow them. Why? Because we want to get the word out about this lifestyle. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We are going to be on the news on Friday.
And Tom says, please ask your sister to go vegan. Yes, I have.
She's on the journey, Tom.
She's on the journey. She's on the journey. So I am just so excited about this. People, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be like one of those once in a lifetime experiences. I mean, we all have things that we say, oh, we're going to remember forever. Like when I saw Elton John perform, when I interviewed Paul McCartney, you know, those are things that I remember. Yeah. This is going to be one of those things. So you've got to get your tickets. Get your tickets now at VKX2023.com. It is this weekend at the Magic Box. There is a huge amount of parking. You do not have to worry about parking. You just zip down there right off the freeway and have this incredible experience. I generally eat dessert before I eat the main course. So I was very happy to hear that you could move around without being on a guided tour, because I'll probably hit the chocolate and then go back to some of the other dishes. Let's get final thoughts from everybody. Shabnam, what would you say to folks right now?
I think here's the time for you to be able to try foods that you find delicious and decadent and indulgent without all of those crazy health effects, side effects that you see when you eat meat and dairy. I think there are great metabolic impacts of eating a plant-based diet. And what we're here to show you is that you can still be indulgent and still not really impact your cholesterol. So I think that you can get the best of both worlds by entering the VKind experience. And we really hope to see you there.
All right. Jamie Logan, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Wow. I am just so excited for this event. It's so meaningful. The people that put this on are just so brilliant, and I'm so grateful to know them. We want you guys there. This is an all-inclusive event. Bring your friends, bring your family, especially bring the non-vegans, because we're going to show them that this is a world of where plants take over, and it's just going to be so beautiful. So thanks so much, and get ready for the Next Girl film.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing. Star, final thoughts.
You guys, you both all said it, what I was going to say. So now I'm going to have to think about this. But I would just say, if you really believe in the movement, if you really believe that we need to be working together for a sustainable future, please come out and support us. Look at what we've accomplished together. And if we all come together and unite as one, we can do so much more. So come on out to VKX and be a part of what we believe is the future.
And thank you so much. All of you are absolutely amazing. My final thought is I will see you at VKX 2023. I am going to be there having a blast. Of course, we're going to go live on Unchained TV and interview everybody. There's going to be celebrities, delicious food, incredible experiences. You need to be there or be square. Come on, people. VKX 2023. It's the foodie event of the year. And I'm just so excited to be a part of it. I just can't wait. We're only days away. Let's do this, people.
This November in LA, join us for the foodie event of the year. Eat, drink, explore on a journey for all the senses that answers the question, what if plants took over the world?
See you this weekend at the Magic Box. Thank you, everyone.